the better someone is at managing emotions, the harder it becomes to detect their pain. That's not an opinion, that's a pattern psychologists have documented for decades. High adaptability, strong social performance, consistent masking. It looks like resilience from the outside. It feels like drowning from the inside. The psychology of people who smile but cry inside is often misunderstood. We assume a smile means happiness, stability, strength, but in reality, a smile can also be a mask, a carefully practiced response designed to protect, to hide, or even to survive. And the truth is, most people never question it. Picture this. You're talking to someone who seems perfectly fine. They nod, they joke, they even comfort you when you're stressed. Nothing feels off. But later that night, when they're alone, the silence gets heavy, the smile fades, and everything they've been holding back quietly floods in. Think about it. Why would someone choose to hide their pain so well? The answer lies deep in human psychology. From a young age, many people learn that expressing vulnerability comes with consequences, judgment, rejection, or being seen as weak. So instead, they adapt. They build emotional armor. Smiling becomes a social tool, a way to maintain control over how others perceive them. But here's the interesting part. Over time, that mask doesn't just hide emotions, it starts to reshape them. Psychologists call this emotional suppression. When you constantly push feelings down instead of processing them, they don't disappear. They accumulate, quietly, gradually. And this is where things get strange. The more someone hides their pain, the better they often become at functioning outwardly. They become reliable, supportive, even admired. Society rewards composure. It praises those who handle things well. So the behavior gets reinforced. Now imagine the pressure that creates. Historically, this isn't new. Across cultures, emotional restraint has often been associated with strength and maturity. In many societies, especially for men, showing sadness was discouraged. But even beyond gender, modern life has amplified this pattern. Social media, for example, has turned happiness into a performance. Everyone is expected to appear okay, even when they're not. Here's what most people don't realize. There's a psychological phenomenon called smiling depression. It's not an official diagnosis, but it describes individuals who appear fine externally while experiencing significant internal distress. Research suggests that these individuals are often less likely to seek help because no one suspects anything is wrong. And this creates a dangerous paradox. Because they look okay, they don't receive support. And because they don't receive support, they continue pretending to be okay. But here's the deeper insight. Smiling through pain isn't always about hiding from others. Sometimes it's about trying to convince yourself. It's a coping mechanism, a way to maintain a sense of normalcy when everything inside feels unstable. Imagine carrying a weight no one can see while still showing up every day as if nothing's wrong. That takes energy, a lot of it. And eventually, that emotional exhaustion begins to leak out in subtle ways. Fatigue, irritability, feeling disconnected, or even a sense of emptiness that's hard to explain. So the next time you see someone who seems perfectly fine, pause for a moment. Because the truth is, we don't always recognize pain when it's hidden behind a smile. And maybe the real question isn't why people hide their struggles. Maybe it's why we've created a world where they feel like they have to. If this made you see people a little differently, consider subscribing.